Terry.
Dogs will be there.
Back here on Zero Tackle. 5 points, 5 minutes. It's going to be hard to get him in this time, but, we'll do our very best.
DJ.
Put it on the clock.
Dogs name 28 captains this week. Like it or hate it?
Hate it. Hasn't worked at the Roosters, hasn't worked at the Tigers. It just never works. Now, what I do love is Raymond Faitala-Mariner, brilliant player, obvious leader on and off the park. He's been named club captain. What I like this for that reason, but more so is it doesn't make Matt Burton do everything.
I do like Faitala-Mariner as the club captain. There's no reason why when he's playing, he can't be the on-field captain. Yes, he doesn't play 80 minutes, but
Marnie's right there.
Yeah, so what?
Name a vice captain.
Oh, man.
There's a thought.
I hate the 7 captains. It didn't work for Newcastle. It hasn't worked for the Tigers.
Doesn't work.
You don't need a leadership group. You just need a couple of voices. This is what we've got to do.
One captain, one vice captain, and Matt Burton.
I mean, we all know the captain of that team's Phil Gould.
Yeah, spot on. If we're doing everything else, we might as well do that. Look, Faitala-Mariner good.
Yeah.
So it's a weird, yay.
No. Now, speaking of the Bulldogs, they have paid a $500,000 transfer fee for Karl Oloapu. Like it or hate it?
I like the risk. It's a lot of money to put into a rookie who, forced his way out of Brisbane. I think it's, long term, I think it'll pay off. He's a good kid. The highlights are there.
Yeah, look, I think in the future, it'll work out. If anyone's expecting him to be in first grade consistently for the next 1 to 2 years, no.
Yeah, just kick back. Relax.
But yeah, this is your fallback option if Matt Burton doesn't make it as a 5'8" and he has to go into the centres. This is also, you're giving him a chance to now become something more than just a runner. So, yeah, it's
bit of a subplot, Terry, as you mentioned on Outlaws. Make sure you catch that out on YouTube now. They wouldn't let him go to the Dolphins where he wanted to go, and he probably would have played pretty much straight off the bat.
Would he though? Because they got Anthony Milford, but yeah, the Broncos were pretty childish. They saw what the Warriors did. They didn't allow him to go to the Dolphins. He's gone to the Bulldogs. Ended up in a better situation for his career. Good luck to the kid.
Absolutely.
Lachie Miller has finally got his move to the Newcastle Knights.
Third time's the
charm. He got held up. Cronulla wanted players. Newcastle didn't want to give him. It looks like we're going to land promising young under-19s New South Wales prop Max Bradbury. Lachie Miller gets the opportunity of a 3-year deal at Newcastle. Congratulations to Lachie Miller. I still can't help feeling we come out better.
Yeah, win-win-win. Everyone wins out of this. They get their fullback. Now, I've seen people come out and say, look, they're sacrificing long-term success for immediate success. There's no immediate success at that team, with all due respect, and, also not really. Lachie Miller's a good player, very, very quick. But this is a bloke who's, paid 5-6 first-grade games, and he just got bodied by South Sydney, winger who, wasn't Alex Johnson.
Yeah, I don't. As I said, I don't hate it. It's long-term thinking for us. We get a prop for the future. We've also signed another prop as well for the future. It's good forward planning by Fitz. Overall, 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, some terrible news. Cody Ramsay has been ruled out for the year. Even though he plays for the Dragons, you hate to see things like this when it's out of his control.
You absolutely do. Now, it's been likened to Crohn's disease in layman's terms. I don't know the exact ins and outs. Just horrible stuff. You don't want to see any player, especially one in the peak of his career, had the fullback spot sewn up by all reports. Terrible, terrible. We wish him all the best. We hope he's back next year. I mean, ultimately, his health is far more important to the game. I just want to point out, though, that unless he medically retires, they have to pay him in the cap, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, now the Dragons have gone to the NRL for salary cap dispensation for him. I hope they get at least 50%.
Half of it.
If the NRL were, had any morals, they would just turn around and go, fine, it's not his fault. Yeah. He didn't ask for this. It's not a training incident.
No, it's not an injury.
Yeah, but they've also asked for Talatau Mo. No.
Yeah, no, absolutely not on that. That is theirs. They have to cop that. That's a decision, albeit a hilarious one.
And finally, the Maori All Stars versus the Indigenous All Stars game in New Zealand. Squads have been announced. Yeah. Jesse Ramian didn't make it. I don't remember being able to vote for this game, do you?
No, me neither. I usually get tagged in this and I vote early because I love putting as many Sharks in as I can. Love the experience. It did wonders for Fafita. Nico Hines, the best player on the park, not named Joseph Tarpany last year. I'm really excited for this. I hope it goes ahead. There are talks that it won't.
I went to the game last year and thought it was absolutely sensational with all the pre-game ceremonies, the smoking ceremonies, the hakas, the war dances. I think it's sensational. The New Zealand crowd have been crying out for rugby league for 2.5 years. They finally get it back, and now it's not COVID. It's
It's more than
something
a game. Let's just get something done so we can get this game. It's super important.
Just give us this game and then cancel round one.
Yeah,
I don't care.
It works for me.
Get rid of the preseason tournament. Just give us this game, and then I don't care what you do. Just give me some rugby league
now, immediately, please.
baby.